Mysterious things trapped in ice. We live in a world of mysteries. Yet, we may not see them every day, but when we do, it changes how we see everything. Help us to understand a lot about the world we live in, the planet Earth. For example, early man became curious about life and the creatures living on Earth. Since then, he has discovered many facts and figures and even invented technology, the product of science. Many of the discoveries of man were invented, but some of them were stumbled upon. For example, who told the early man to eat fruits? Funny, right? It shows us that Earth is full of mysteries to be discovered by man. And with it, he can explain a whole lot. One of the mysteries man discovered is mysteries trapped in ice. Yes, many fossils and other funny things have been untrapped from ice. How did they get there? Well, it is believed that the Earth is such an old god and has changed a lot of times over time. Am I sure you've heard of dinosaurs and dragons? One of the times the Earth has seen drastic changes in the Ice Age. The Ice Age is a time when a significant amount of the Earth's water became iced. At this time, part of the Earth became covered in glaciers. Think of it as leaving something covered in incessant ice, like a pack of fish in a cold room. Yet, that's how they get trapped. And just like your fish, the things trapped in the ice get preserved for as long as the ice remains. After a very long time, these trapped materials have been discovered by man. Some of them will amaze you. The Iceman. Will it shock you to know that a man was trapped in ice? These are not some fictional characters in a movie. It's real. Scientists discovered the remains of a man trapped in ice. He was found in the Alps between Austria and Italy, preserved for over 5,300 years. Genetic proofs show that the man is ancestral to the people in the Austrian area. Some strange things were discovered in him. One is an arrow thrust into his shoulder. Medical investigations have also shown that the Iceman was infested with many diseases like worm diseases and gum diseases. It was also discovered that he must have died from a blow to his skull. A woolly mammoth. Another interesting finding trapped in ice is a long-extinct elephant, a woolly mammoth, dated back to about 39000 years ago. This species is believed to have habited the Arctic in such places as Siberia and Atlantis. This very specimen was found in an ice tomb in Siberia. Interestingly, the fossil was found with intact muscles and blood enough to be useful for some scientific experimentation. A dinosaur. We've long heard of many scientific proofs of the existence of some animals we never saw. One of them is the dinosaur. Findings from ice also substantiated these proofs. This dinosaur was dated back to 11 million years ago. Interesting. It must have existed in the middle of the Cretaceous period, a period believed to be of intense predation, where survival of the fittest was at the fullest. An animal that won't go into extinction would have to develop the best adaptive mechanism. This fossil was preserved to show strong evidence of the existence of these very old creatures. A frozen lighthouse. Not only do living creatures get frozen, I guess the Ice Age had a flair for anything. Lol. It even trapped a building. Incredible. This frozen lighthouse was found somewhere in Michigan. Its part was said to be intact. The stairways were alive and working. Wow. Plane in ice. Sometimes we hear of aircraft that lost radars and were never found. Maybe some of them got trapped in ice. Such is the case of a P-38 aircraft trapped in ice in Greenland. This plane was dug out from the ice and re-engineered to fly. Later, the story of the aircraft was unearthed. It is one of the fighter planes that made an emergency landing from the weather and visibility during World War II on the 15th of July 1942 in Greenland. The airman was recovered, but the aircraft was abandoned. Fortunately, ice preserved it till now. The predating fish sometimes move is capture scenes from the Ice Age in a rather fictional way. They have it happen in a flash, but we all know this thing doesn't happen over the night. Nevertheless, a fish was trapped in ice. Unfortunately, it wasn't trapped at a very good time. It was still having its meal. Oops. The ice came in. Just like that, the fish was trapped by swallowing another fish. Ice Age puppies, thanks to the Ice Age, we would have probably lost strong proof of the existence of sign creatures. The fact that ice helps to preserve these creatures well enough to make strong scientific findings from it is a blessing to the science world. What would it have been if we lost these proofs? Some long-existing puppies were found trapped in ice, dating back to 12460 years ago in the deep Siberia tundra. The discovery has helped science to establish evolution more accurately. The Viking gear, another interesting find, is a material that helped scientists find the trace of the Vikings. We've either watched it in movies or read about it in books. Well, now the ice has also helped us rapid proofs of the Vikings. The Viking gear was found in Jutland, Norway. Among other materials found with the gear are spears, bows, and arrows. These materials were backdated to 3,400 years. They also found reindeer traps, which the Vikings consisted of bound sticks used to make noise to capture reindeers. The list of things trapped in ice is endless, from creatures that have lived to archaeological objects, showing the proof of life in very long years back. There are probably many more yet to be found. Which of the items surprised you the most? Do subscribe to this channel to hear more amazing facts and tales.